What's up, family? Peace. It's your brother Cool. I'm out here in nature. First off, happy holidays to everyone. I don't really celebrate those holidays like that, but regardless of the fact, I still love my human family, my spiritual family, my soul family. So regardless of our views on things, happy holidays to you and yours. Peace and love. You know, my cousin, my brother, fellow king, kind of told me something about myself the other day, and he kind of put me in check. He put me in check. And the thing that we were talking about was, you know, he was kind of giving me some feedback on the last video I did, which was the common sense, religion or common sense video. And, you know, the message that he pretty much got across to me was that as a more knowledgeable being, I have a responsibility to present myself in a particular way. You know, not because I represent anyone else. You know, I present myself. So, and according to my standards, you know what I'm saying, there's a certain type of degree that I like to hold myself accountable to. And the last couple of videos I've done, if they've come off a little bit direct or harsh, I'm not sorry about that. What I do want to say is that if you felt that type of energy from my videos and, you know, it made you feel a certain type of way, I'm okay with that because it's gonna make you think. But I don't want you to perceive that as me attacking you, because one thing about me being a Libra is that my words are very powerful, and sometimes I may say things from my intention. It may not have meant to harm you or disrespect you or feel like I'm belittling you, but it will happen sometimes. And that's where I have to work on maintaining my own balance of my within myself. But with that said, you know, my intention is not to belittle anyone or make anyone feel inferior or dumb or stupid or you know, put down people's views, because like I said, I have my views and I don't have a right to impose my views on other people's views, because everyone deserves the same amount of respect whether you see eye to eye on things or not. You know what I'm saying? That's still a soul that you're talking to. So with that being said, you know, after that conversation, he kind of got me back into me. You know, I can be, when I'm calm, but when I'm going and shit's popping, I go. You know, I'm an extremist. So either I'm very calm or cool, or I'm very hot, very, very hot. I don't really like to play the in-between zone, and that's what, you know what I'm saying, I gotta work on, because you can't get to the other side without the in-between. You can't cross sides without the in-between. So, the trees, man. It's good to come out from time to time and just sit under a tree. Just breathe, you know? The topic I'm going to discuss today is, I've done law for so long. That I've kind of gotten away from where I started when I started doing these videos. And these videos were to get you back into your body, to make you understand that in order for a person to perceive that they're more than their body, they got to be inside their body first. Meaning, you have to have an understanding that there's nothing outside of yourself to look for, you know, in terms of a God or a creator. Everything we see externally is a reflection of what's taking place inside of us internally. And that's the only way to look at it. Scientifically, religiously, spiritually. There's no other answer for that equation. You know, scientifically it's been proven that we are stardust. Our entire being is an accumulation of stardust. So therefore we're star people, meaning we come from the cosmos, we come from the stars. We don't come from this planet. You see what I'm saying? So not only are we more than our bodies, but we're more than this planet. We're more than the sun. We're more than the moon. We're more than the stars. We're more than the planets. Hell, every individual soul here in this third dimension is its own planet, its own universe, its own solar system. And so each solar system has its own set of rules that it lives by. But the biggest thing is you have to I want everyone to kind of understand that you are God. God made us in a likeness and image. He wasn't talking about the flesh. That's not what he's talking about. Well, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. That's not what she is talking about when God or the Creator is referencing, you know what I'm saying, that particular line. When we were made in not just his or her image, in their image, meaning there were two. It looks like four. Two. There were two. 1, 2, and more. 2 or more. See, because they created us in their. There, that means it's more than one entity. Think about that. So, we're made in the likeness. But like I said, that likeness is not limited to just flesh. The flesh is the least bit of our worries. Why? Because when the flesh is done serving its purpose to our spirit, we will drop the suit and we'll go back to what we're doing. We'll just, energy doesn't die. So we just change form. We go become something else. Maybe I'll be a tree when I grow. Maybe I'll be a bee. Maybe I'll be a plant. Who knows where I'm going or what I'll be? Shit, I might be sent back to another galaxy. You don't know. And that's the greatest thing to have an understanding of. You don't know. The minute you say you know, you just put a limitation on what more you can gain. You put a limitation on knowledge. Why? Because you just said you know everything. Therefore, what you're saying subconsciously, because the subconscious can't tell the difference between real or fake. So if you tell your subconscious you know everything, then your subconscious will take that as, okay, there's nothing more for you to learn. You know everything. There's nothing more for you to see, nothing more for you to experience, to grow on. You know everything. So what you're telling your subconscious is that you're at your cap. You've reached your cap and you won't go any further. You won't expand any further. You won't progress any further. And that couldn't be further from the truth. The great I don't know. And when you understand that you don't know, the more you'll get to know. The more the universe will reveal itself. It will reveal those things to you. The more you'll be able to perceive those things. Why? Because you're more open. You don't have a defense wall up saying that you know everything. The minute you say you don't know everything, all those defenses are down. You're exposed and you're vulnerable to nature. If there's one thing a man should never be afraid to be vulnerable to, is nature. Never be afraid to be vulnerable to nature. Don't be afraid to cry in nature. Don't be afraid to get upset in nature. Don't be afraid to show sides of yourself, because guess what? We're human beings. No, let me go deeper than that. We are souls experiencing a human existence in the third plane of existence. The third plane. Just physical. The third plane means just physical. You know what I'm saying? Fourth plane is when you start getting into your heart. Fourth dimension is right here. Fourth dimension, your heart. Why is your heart the fourth dimension? Because once you hit that fourth dimension, you're no longer in a energy field. Now you've upgraded to your magnetic field. Your magnetic field, which pulls things towards your aura. Okay? So once you start tapping into your heart, that's when you start ascending to the fourth dimension. Fifth dimension. Fifth dimension. It's right here. Know what I'm saying? Your intuition. You know something, you want to say something now. You see someone who's going about something the wrong way, you want to speak up. You no longer are willing to keep quiet. You're no longer willing to hold your tongue. Regardless of what people say, how people feel. And that's why I said my intentions are never bad, but because I am the way that I am, sometimes people may perceive what I'm saying as me ridiculing them, or just them taking what I'm trying to do negatively. And you know what I'm saying? That's not my purpose. As much information as I know, I could easily just not tell people, but I have a responsibility. Not to you. I have responsibility to nature. I have responsibility to these trees, to these plants, to this grass, to the sun, moon, and the stars. I have an obligation, because I know, to teach those who want to know. It's not my obligation to teach those who don't want to know. If you want to know, and I'm in your vicinity, and you're reaching out to me, I'll reach right back out to you. Because I'm only as strong as the people in my circle. Because as a collective, everyone should be able to stand on their own, handle their own, take care of their own, individually. Because if you can take care of your own kingdom or your universe individually, then when you put a collective of kings and queens, gods, goddesses, emperors, and empresses together in a room where everyone is thinking like a boss, you're gonna get mad shit done. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, because it's all about the mindset. Are you a CEO? Are you an employer? Or are you an employee? But that's more so third dimension. So I'm gonna leave that where that's at. We're part of nature. We are God, and God is us. There is no big G's, little G's, none of that shit. I used to believe that, they are the most highs. But no. You see, because if there's most highs and they're higher than us, that would mean that it would kill the as above, so below statement. Because as above, so below, meaning equally as below is equally as above. So there can't be a greater than. That would be an illusion. Because once again, everything we see externally from these eyes, the second and third eye, is a reflection of what's taking place internally. Okay? And that's all it is. There's nothing outside of ourselves that's not within us. So that comes down to everything. Sun, moon, stars, planets, nature. It's just a reflection of us. Even this planet is a reflection of us. The planet's majority water. What are we? Majority water. All the minerals on this planet, we take. If the planet can take the minerals, we can take those minerals. If it's healthy for the soil, it's healthy for us. Okay? So we have a direct connection. I breathe in oxygen. I breathe out carbon dioxide. For this spirit and soul behind me here, that's oxygen. It takes my carbon dioxide and uses it. It makes a positive out of it. This shit right here is a master alchemist, master mason. This soul behind me, it's not even a tree. It's more than a tree. This is more than a tree. This is a spirit. This is an entity. This is an ancestor. Respect the ancestors.